Republican-leaning Utah. The House is to take up the measure next week and expected to pass it pretty easily. This will almost certainly end up in the courts, though, as it has before. Opponents say it is unconstitutional to give a vote to the nation's capital because it is not a state. But for now, the bill to give D.C. a vote in Congress has won an historic victory. Eleanor Holmes Norton, Mayor Adrian Fenty, both up there in the celebrating this. They have been longtime advocates of giving D.C. voting rights. Let's listen to Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton, what she had to say just a few moments ago.
Well, it's impossible to say exactly how I feel about this vote today. In a real sense, it's like winning the Senate is like winning the lottery.
And as we've said, they have tried over and over for so many years to have this pass, and of course a big victory. But as we said, we still need to watch this. It could end up in the courts.
Indeed. We're going to watch it closely. And thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Brian Bolter in for Sean.
And I'm Laura Evans.
Now to another big story we're following tonight. 2 teenage girls attacked on their way to the library in Oxon Hill. Both teenagers held at gunpoint, forced to strip, and then sexually assaulted. Fox 5's Paul Wagner live in Oxon Hill following that investigation. Paul, what do you know?
Well, Brian, the path where the girls were attacked is at least a mile from here. It connects Bach Road with the library on Oxon Hill Road. It's a popular path students have advised not to take time and time again. The litter-strewn path winds through thick woods for an acre or two, connecting the library with a road near the school. Late this afternoon, police officers were back on the path. It's unclear why. Police say a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old were walking on the path when a man ordered them deeper into the woods.
The suspect was wearing a black ski mask, as reported by the victims, so it limits a vague description that we have of him.
Officer Henry TIPPETT says investigators know of no other similar crimes in the county or even in the Washington area, where 2 victims are held at gunpoint by one assailant.
They ordered the victims out of the woods. They were unclothed, where they fled to a local library nearby and asked for assistance.
Students we talked to last night said they hadn't heard about the crime, which took place Tuesday afternoon. Police say they first released details of the crime at 10 o'clock Wednesday morning.
It seems as though what happened was news coverage preceded our ability to share the information that we have, and sometimes that happens before information is confirmed by us. So we don't want to release information until we know it is, confirmed and that we know what has occurred and what we should advise students.
John White says students have been warned time and time again to stay away from wooded shortcuts and use sidewalks and streets that are well lighted. Prince George's County Police said today that the 2 girls who were attacked were not in school that day. They did not attend Oxon Hill High School that day. They were attacked about an hour before the normal time of dismissal. There was an assembly held here today with the students and the principal. The principal again driving home the point, stay away from those cuts. The principal also sending home a letter to parents advising them of what has happened here over the last couple of days, Brian.
Paul Wagner live tonight in Oxon Hill. A child killer convicted in a particularly brutal attack has died in a Maryland prison. The Division of Corrections says Elmer Spencer Jr. died of natural causes yesterday. You might remember Spencer was convicted of murdering and sexually assaulting 9-year-old Christopher Osherman. He lured the boy to a Frederick baseball field with Pokemon cards. Osherman's body was found there in 2000. Spencer was released from prison less than a week before that murder, despite a history of sex crimes against boys and women. Experts said he was mentally retarded. In 2002, the Maryland General Assembly passed Christopher's Law, which could keep some repeat sex offenders in jail for life.
D.C. Councilman Marion Barry spending another night in the hospital. He was supposed to be released today after a kidney transplant. The former mayor should leave Howard University Hospital Friday, exactly 1 week after the surgery. Doctors say he is doing well. Barry's donor, a longtime friend, is also recovering. A spokeswoman says hypertension and diabetes led to Barry's kidney problems.
NFL star Michael Vick is about to leave federal prison and finish that dogfighting sentence at his Virginia home. A source told the Associated Press Vick won't go to a halfway house as scheduled because there's no room. Instead, he'll go to a house he owns in Hampton, complete with 5 bedrooms and an in-ground pool. Vick pleaded guilty to bankrolling a dogfighting operation at property he used to own in Surrey County. Once he's released, he will be on electronic monitoring, can only leave home for approved activities